Usually a spy genre in Bollywood is a big film. Big, high stakes chases and action and style and songs and dance. So we thought, what if we take that genre and make it very grounded to
Like imagine what would Indian James Bond be? Correct. That was the original idea.
One advice you think कि people should learn, all the actors learn from Manoj. अगर किसी एक्टर देख रहे हैं जिनको एक्टर बनना है, जिनको बॉलीवुड में आना है, आपको क्या एडवाइस देना है एक्टर्स को, एस्पायरिंग एक्टर को? What do you think? How do you select actor? Your audition process. What do you see in acting? Hit. Right. What is this hit formula? Every time you come up with a new series and it's a hit. What is this hit formula?
All new actors. Did you cast for it, by?
No, I didn't do it.
You didn't, no? Okay, surprising. Because very well
but I'll
cast.
take the credit, okay.
It was very well cast.
Hello and welcome back to my show, The Bombay Dream with Mukesh Chhabra. इस शो के अंदर मैं बहुत सारे डायरेक्टर को आपके सामने लाऊंगा, जहां हम बात करेंगे कास्टिंग प्रोसेस के बारे में और कैसे हम एक्टर को चुनते हैं एक रोल के लिए। आज मेरे शो पे आने वाले मेरे फेवरेट डायरेक्टर डियो, जिनका नाम है राज एंड डीके, जो बहुत सारी अतरंगी फिल्में बनाते हैं, बहुत सारे अतरंगी शो बनाते हैं, जिन्होंने फैमिली मैन 1, 2, फर्जी और सिटी इंडिया और आने वाले बहुत सारे शो बनाने वाले हैं। तो प्लीज़ वेलकम माई फेवरेट डियो डायरेक्टर राज एंड डीके।
Thank you for having us.
थैंक यू भाई, थैंक यू। डीके आइए।
LG OLED presents The Bombay Dream with Mukesh Chhabra.
पहले तो बहुत लोगों को नहीं मालूम है कि आप दोनों पहले बार कैसे मिले। आई वांट टू नो दिस फर्स्ट, बिकॉज बहुत सारे लोग फिल्मों के बारे में पूछते हैं, शोज के बारे में तो हम बात करेंगे, बट हाउ डू यू गाइस मीट?
So you're going to start this interview there.
There.
Oh my God, it's going to take a wrong road then.
No, we both went to engineering college together. So Tirupati mein, Andhra Pradesh. So we were both in engineering college together. Same year, same different branches, but same year. So we kind of met there because you spent 4 years in engineering college and you know everybody. And then we started. We became a team in various cultural activities like sometimes
Quizzes and stuff, we were like a quiz team.
Really?
Actually quiz partners first.
Yeah, movie quiz and music quiz especially.
Then you became friends.
Huh?
You became friends, then became close friends.
Through that.
Through the
That's what
process.
it was. We were friends and quiz mates, and we were traveling, we were touring different colleges, festivals, things like that. So that's what our initial interactions were.
How nice. मतलब ये तो कमाल की बात है, क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोगों को मालूम नहीं है। सबको लगता है राज एंड डीके कहाँ से है, कब मिले, किसी शायद रिसेंटली मेट वन पर्सन कि आई थिंक दे मेट इन बॉम्बे, ऐसे कुछ नहीं पता। दे बीन नोन ईच अदर लास्ट लाइक 25 years, 30 years maybe. More than that.
Usually bands, how they form bands in colleges, and then few years later they split up.
Oh.
Right? That's what bands do, college bands and all. So we were like college band in a way, right? Quiz band, whatever, together. So it's been a while, our journey. But thank God we've been there for so long together.
क्या क्या चैलेंजेस फेस करने पड़े जब आप इंडस्ट्री में आए थे पहली बार? आपको क्या लगता था इंडस्ट्री के बारे में, क्योंकि आपको तो मालूम नहीं था, you just came to this industry.
Yeah, like I can say complete outsiders थे. मतलब I'll tell you what, forget the industry. Neither of us know Hindi very well, at least at that point. अभी थोड़ा बहुत सीख लिया हम. And never been in Bombay before.
Really?
So forget about that. So never been in Bombay before. We are from Andhra Pradesh. Went to the US, of course, and then came to Bombay from the US, knowing nobody here, knowing nobody in the industry, nothing.
What's funny is that we made a film in the US together, not knowing how to make a film or not knowing what to do with a film. You just make it with friends. They gave some money, we put some money in and made a film. And we didn't even know what to do. We don't know how to write a story, none of this. So we're writing and figuring and shooting. Still want to make it complicated. No actors there. People here will think like, what the hell, so many are here. At that point, nobody. So we're casting people who are semi-actors, amateurs, somebody who said, I did a school play. Sabko leke, we did a film together.
Or somebody has a dream of being an actor. So aja.
So we were doing that, and we
Like you had a dream to become a director. Same.
Exactly, and we made it
So
with
I can tell you that when we made our first film in the US, it's our first film, and we had a crew of ADs and other actors.
ADs नहीं, one
ADs
AD.
नहीं, ठीक है, 1 2 direction team का 2-3 नाम है, वैसा है, and we were the most experienced people. So imagine that.
Like everybody was doing like a part-time thing. So like a 8-member team, we made a film. No, what I was trying to say is that once we made it, The first time I came to Bombay was to carrying those film cans of that film to premiere in India, part of Mami. So we all three of us were like carrying two reels each. That was our carry-on. And we came in that way. That was the first time I landed in Bombay.
What an interesting story and inspiring story for other filmmakers जो सुनेंगे जिनको आपके जैसे बनना है. Now everybody wants to work with you, they want to assist you. I keep meeting so many filmmakers, they all want to assist you. ये तो पता है. अब मेरे ऑफिस में आते हैं राइटिंग किसको पास जाना है राज DK, डायरेक्शन में किसको असिस्ट करना है OTT में राज DK. अब कैसे सबको अकोमोडेट करें इफ यू गाइस आर हियर. Tell me, family was always always in your mind. First show you want to start with this? या उससे पहले कुछ और दिमाग में था?
Yeah, Family Man. Yeah. We might have had other ideas,
Family
but
Man only.
Family Man as a concept, we knew that it would make an amazing series. So like even before series came, when we had the idea, we never thought इसको 2-hour movie बना के बनाएंगे.
We even tried to. Like somebody asked, some big star asked, saying like we have a film. We tried to fit it in a feature film form thing. It would have worked, but there was so much more to say. It was such a
It would have been a
beautiful
franchise
setting.
of feature films.
Yeah, it would have been a franchise.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was that idea fascinated us a lot. It was like I said, like usually I've told this before. The seed of the idea is from a train journey I had as a kid with my uncle, who was a intelligence officer at that point. Imagine, so it's like we're going in a train, and he used to play. Somebody asked him, "What do you do?" And he's just gabbing. He's just saying nonsense. He's like, "I'm the shoe salesman." And I'm like, "You're not a shoe salesman." I'm looking at my uncle, and he's making up a story. And that guy was so interested. And I said, "Uncle, what do you do? What did you do? Why did you lie?" And he said, like, "That's what intelligence officers do. We don't reveal stuff." He wasn't on a high-profile case or anything. It was just a regular job. So I see this regular man doing all these things, yet there's something special the job-wise. So we thought, why not take a genre that we know of in the, in our, it's usually a spy genre in Bollywood is a big film, big high stakes chases and action and style and songs and dance. So we thought, what if we take that genre and make it very grounded, put the guy in Chembur, give him a scooter, make it like that. So suddenly there was a fascinating idea to shift a genre to
like imagine what would Indian James Bond be? Correct. That was the original idea.
The very important part जो मुझे my favorite part, casting process of Family Man. I want to know from you because it's such an interesting story. आप कैसे ऐसे कैरेक्टर लिखते हो कि जिसको कास्ट करने में इतना मजा आता है? How do you think? How do you cast all these people? What's your idea?
See, for Family Man, one of the core principles we started off with was saying, see, now we are making a show that's going to be watched all over the country. So we wanted to have a pan-India cast for it, which is why from the concept itself, the story itself starts off with, say, like Shrikant Tiwari from UP with a Tamilian wife, and his friend is a Maharashtrian, and there are various characters from all over the country. That was the easy part of writing. That was the
exciting part for us. One of the exciting parts for us for doing a series is that the fact that we could cast, we suddenly thought, it wasn't like that before, right? Movies, everybody needs to know Hindi, and it has to be in this pool of people that we cast from. Like we've done a bunch of movies and you know that. So one of the liberating ideas that we had was, why don't we just go all over the country, like a pan-India casting. So characters wise also we started writing organically different people from different languages and regions. So that was one of the exciting ones for us. That was one of the freedoms we got in OTT in a series format, because there is subtitles now. So we can get Malayalam, Telugu, Tamil, anybody for this matter. So very first series, very first scene, we started off with non-Hindi scene, just because there's so much in the country to offer, and the pool suddenly becomes huge number of brilliant actors around the country. So that was
that's where Mukesh Chhabra comes in, correct? So once you give him the script, now we are like, I remember this telling you, right? Let's cast authentically. Like,
correct.
Don't get me one Andhra person and say we'll be like Malayali. Nothing like that. Let's get Keralites and Tamils and Telugu. Everybody
let them
from
speak their language.
Cast exactly. And the number of auditions of people you must have done is like
Yeah, and that was also new for us also. The Family Man, one of my first OTT show, first, and then so I was also very new to understand कि format क्या है. इतने सारे actor है.
Did
because
you even
in-
have an office then at that time in the south, or did you
Hi.
like have to go there and start?
Yes, we went there, we auditioned, and we hired a place, we started auditioning there. It was a great experience. Yeah. And let's talk about Manoj Bajpayee, then we'll move into Farzi. Let's tell me how experience with Manoj, and you know, everyone knows a great actor. Tell me from your story.
We have never worked with Manoj, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Never even met him, right? Never knew him, never met him, nothing.
and the whole idea. See what the shape of the Family Man would have changed depending on who the lead was. Pakka. I still remember the English version. We write in English first, and then we think Telugu, write English, translate to Hindi, so it works in a very
Triple work.
because it flows better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like I'm writing great English that is tough to adapt.
You won't
into
read like an
Hindi.
English script, even though it's in English language. You shouldn't read like a Hollywood script.
Yeah.
So
You
it
still
feels
read like an
local.
Indian script.
I remember that the English script where it would have, if I had put any other actor, it would have changed the way it looked. Not every film is like that, I feel. Not every story would change dramatically. But this one did. Once we did put Manoj in, and suddenly I'm looking at the future scenes and tweaking them to fit this because it's working so brilliantly.
Correct. I think that's the technique also. Whenever I'm casting for you, you like the actor, you make sure that you add his quality into the script. That's your greatest.
Correct. If he does exactly what's on the page, yes, he's a competent actor. But then there are actors who elevate what's on the page, right, and then bring a new dimension to it. That's literally who we are looking for.
Oh.
For any-
And that was a really good choice when you said that, because we write without thinking of an actor. We just write it. And so it took me a bit to see how these scenes will work. But once it fit in, it started flowing. It started actually tweaking, writing, rewriting quickly, and there was so much more to it. So yeah.
Yeah, great. No, I think one advice you think people should learn, all the actors should learn from Manoj, newcomer. What do you think? Experience, according to you.
Oh, there's one thing though. I mean, see, we worked with a lot of good actors now, including Manoj. But the one thing that Manoj, I think, what he does is, behind the scenes, he works with all the other actors in the scene, and kind of gets them on the same page. So when an improv happens, a lot of times we let in any case we let the actors do their own improv. But Manoj, what he does is when he does an improv, the others are ready and they kind of react also in the right kind of a way. So the scene works out a lot better, especially in the case of, say, the kids, for example. Like a kid that is 10 years old at that point, right? And Dhriti was like 14 years old. They could be very easily thrown off when the actor says or does something or changes the lines, but they're not. They know how to react also, because he's kind of mentally prepped them, bringing them into the scene. So when he adds a line, they also add a line and bring it back to him. So it's a...
Even
After-
that scene when he's abusing his child is sitting next to him.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic scene. And kid is also reacting according to Manoj.
Yeah. No, the kids were brilliant. Again, brilliant kids. I don't know where you got them from, but they were so good. Of course, I remember hundreds of people you showed and all. Finally, it boiled down to these two kids. But you see him quietly, pretty loudly rehearsing with his co-actors. And after a while, we leave it, saying that they're getting ready. Let them get ready. Let's see what happens.
अभी हमको बाकी एक्टर्स को कुछ बोलने की जरूरत है ही नहीं. That's the thing.
Let's talk about Farzi. Farzi कैसे हुआ? Because after Family Man, people are expecting कि Family Man 3 बनाओगे, and suddenly one more show, and people are expecting ये क्या करेंगे अभी? Let's see.
It didn't fit in the feature film format, Farzi. It could have. We tried our best during the earlier time, because the world, again, it's a world building. You had a world, and so you can make a series out of it, fresh, fleshed out. So as soon as they called, Shahid called during lockdown or sometime and said, let's do something. And then immediately it hit us ki there was no brainer that, because we have this story and it's been sitting there and it can be fleshed out in a different way now.
We had already decided to make a series of it, by the way.
We had, right?
We had. Because I'll tell you something, right?
It
When
was
we
a
were
good
making-
follow-up for us to the Family Man. That's why
it was meant to be our follow-up after Family Man. So we did 2 seasons of follow-up.
So you had decided already that you want to make.
Yeah,
Farzi
and
has a
also
scene.
there is a thematic connection between the Family Man and Farzi in our heads as creators. Is that they were both about middle class. the middle class milieu. One was a middle class husband, father, struggling to hold the marriage together, family together, and just keep it going. And the other was the middle class guy angsty middle class guy who has talent in him, whatever talent it might be, and there is no recognition. There is no everything else. It's
Yeah,
a
he
system.
feels he's at a disadvantage. There's no opportunities coming his way, right? So he almost feels like he has to make his own rules. Maybe beat the system. That's how he feels. Our
Yeah, so
character.
there are like two sides to this milieu. So we wanted to make this to kind of have that. In our heads it was together, like thematically they were connected.
या अभी चलते हैं हमारे नेक्स्ट सेगमेंट पे जो है यादों का पिटारा.
यादों का पिटारा.
यादों का पिटारा. आई एम गोइंग टू शो यू कुछ ऐसी पिक्चर जो आपकी फिल्मों की होगी. यू हैव टू टेल मी कि वो तब क्या हो रहा था, आपकी बातों में क्या हो रहा था. जस्ट टेल मी कि क्या हो रहा था उस टाइम पे. यस.
This is Vijay Sethupathi directing Raj. है ना, ऐसे ही लग रहा है.
Vijay is like, sir, I understand what you said, but let me show you something. Let me show you something, you'll like it. I said, I seem to have liked it. That's why I'm grinning. But what an actor, right? What a find, and how happy we were that he agreed to do Farzi.
Yeah, outstanding,
it's
man.
Crazy. And so, yeah, that's what is going on. Vijay has his own idea for every scene, and he looks like he's just winging it, but he thinks through every scene. He works it out in his head, and then he has an idea. So he'll always say something. Everything he wants to give a touch to it. That's why everybody loves him. There's a flavor he brings in. So that's why.
I think one South Indian actor in all your series needs to be there, right? It's conditioned.
No, we're from there, so we know them. We want to work with them. So
Yes. क्या हो रहा है?
Shah is not too happy, DK. No, this is it was a lockdown, the worst conditions. Everybody had to be masked up. Poor actors were the only ones who were exposed. We shot the whole thing. DK is sitting there with the mask, and we made a whole set in Goa, acting like it's Bombay. So this was that. And what's going on here is that scene where they talk about how much money they have.
Yeah. There's the first episode scene where they're counting all the money they have.
Great memory.
And realizing इससे एक दरवाजा आएगा.
Oh.
तो प्रेस को कैसे बचाए?
Oh my God!
Let's talk about.
You actually got this picture.
This is an iconic picture, my favorite picture. I mean,
It's like, when do you get to drench people in blood, shoot on a pretty beach, and have humor in it?
And go crazy, right? I mean, this is one of the films where there's like no rules. I mean, blow
By the
people's
way, it's
heads
Goa
off,
Gone.
and people can fight people, kill people.
All these three girls are supposed to be zombies. They'll become now in this. So DK is telling them how to.
They
act
are
like a
zombies
zombie.
though. Look at the blood on them, right?
They're happy though.
They are looking
Smiling.
happy. Yeah.
You guys are also very happy, smiling. Look at
Yeah,
Raj.
because we have to like actually hose people with blood. There's no time. It's like a chotu picture. Like budget is very tight. Looks big, but we actually had to pump and blood on everyone at the to make so many people.
We had training sessions for zombie walk, like how do zombies walk? Because suddenly you have 100 people and
we're
everybody
trying
has
to-
their own thing. So training them how to walk like zombies was a big part of this production.
Season 1.
Season 1, there is a scene when he goes on his.
There has to smoke in hiding.
No,
hiding
it's not
from his
season
wife.
1. This is season 2, where episode 1, where he sits and is thinks about what happened in season 1.
The recap, where
The
we finally
recap,
decide to
yeah.
show what happened in the factory ending of season 1.
Yeah, this is where you get a glimpse of where
On
season
top.
1 ended. And
Yeah.
Do you go back and look at all these pictures now or no?
No, this is the first time a
picture,
refresher
no, but
is
yeah,
made.
this is a good trip down memory lane. That's why I'm jogging my memory to see where was this from, which show.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
That was the whole idea कि आपको पता तो लगे कि
Nice.
कितने साल.
Good idea, good idea. Even we get to recap. This is, we were shooting inside
This
the car.
is, wait, let me guess, Family Man.
No, that's not what No, they won some best actor that day, and Manoj couldn't make it to the function, so we came and gave it that day to him
Oh,
on the set.
yeah. We were
Not
shooting
bad.
for season 2,
I
and then he had won
was
something.
I was going for more specific than about Family Man, than identifying it as Family Man. Gentleman,
Gentleman, yep. Miami, I think.
Miami. Yeah, Miami.
Yeah, man, it still reminds me of how fat I used to be.
Now you're sharper.
We were shooting in the water. It was good fun because I mean, at the end of it, we wanted to make a very popcorn popcorn film and
Popcorn action film.
popcorn
and-
action film, like a fun film. So this was a good time.
And it was a
making-
good
shooting
time, I
there.
remember. We actually got darshan from this film. Found
Yes,
darshan.
yes, yes.
Oh, yeah,
That was the first time we
That
worked
the
with
first-
Darshan.
Darshan. Ki chalo, let's cast him.
Yeah. Again, you cast him, yep.
Yeah, let's talk about this picture.
We
Look
are-
at Zakir.
Yeah, this is of course the introduction scene of Rashi and even Vijay for that matter in the film in a way. Farzi, of course. We are watching, you know what we are watching on the phone? We are watching a trailer of,
Family Man 2.
correct. This
No,
was,
this is, yeah. The coolest thing about Family Man season 2 was that we don't have a single picture with Samantha without her in her get-up.
oh yeah.
Right, which is why we could never post any of these pictures, like during shoot, we could never post it because it's like, okay, you're giving away the look kind of a thing. So
This was in,
never met her before she got into the look, or she never stayed back after after she.
Yeah, we never saw her before or after the shoot, so we never knew how she looked also, by the way, till...
I might have been surprised if she actually walked past me. I would be like, "Ye kaun hai?" types, very Samantha types.
Not anymore, yeah.
then this is in Manori.
Manori.
We were cheating
Northern Sri Lanka.
Northern Sri Lanka there.
That was really, really, really
That was
great.
good
I'm
fun.
very
I
happy.
didn't-
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to ask few things on casting. अगर किसी एक्टर देख रहे हैं जिनको एक्टर बनना है, जिनको बॉलीवुड में आना है, आपको क्या एडवाइस देना है एक्टर्स को, एस्पायरिंग एक्टर को? व्हाट डू यू थिंक, हाउ डू यू सेलेक्ट एक्टर, योर ऑडिशन प्रोसेस, व्हाट डू यू सी इन एक्टिंग? Like क्योंकि बहुत सारे एक्टर must be watching this show because
Yeah, this is an important question to answer, DK. You want to take it first or I do?
No, it's very complicated, but see, time and again, right? Our goal is to find this one actor who will just shine through, right? Be it Bhuvan Arora in Farzi. That was the toughest casting, right? I mean, all other actors we knew, they were already stars and we knew who we were casting. But the casting of Feroz took the longest, probably some 50 auditions later, we got him. And similarly for Sharib in Family Man. These are the two examples I can think of where we cast somebody that was for an amazing role, that was not already a star, but somebody that could take the role and run away. I think we were looking for a certain kind of a newness or a quirk or something unique that this actor had. See, everybody gets the same pages for auditions. They all do their thing. A lot of times they do what they think they need to do. A lot of times they think what the character should be, like the director thinks and everything. Sometimes they do something that's not what you thought, and it kind of goes, hey, like it goes in a different direction, and then you think, but this is so good. Like there is some madness in this, in what he did, correct? That happened to both of these people. And if you remember Sharib Hashmi casting in Family Man, it was a Bengali character. If you were looking for Bengali actors, one day you randomly sent this one saying, Abhi, theek hai, I'm expanding my search, I'm going non-Bengali, and you sent this, and we saw this. I was there, I saw this, and then I sent it to him, and then he saw it. And
I was on the sets of Stree.
Yep.
And I remember the video coming to me. Rajkumar was on this side and Apar was on that side. Abhishek was there. We were taking a break, night shoot, and I was watching these auditions. And then DK said, "Look at this, but look at this." I think you remember him from Filmistan.
Filmistan, yeah.
I didn't see Filmistan. I haven't watched it, but it came, and I was watching. So like, oh, this is pretty cool. I really like this guy. But what to do? Bengali? Should we change it? And then I just showed it to these guys. Raj, who was it's like, "Arey sir, close your eyes and take him. It's brilliant." I said, "Okay, done."
Yeah. Then I met Sharib and said, okay, I want you to do this role, but obviously we'll have to change the role. So who are you? Where are you from? He said, मैं तो Bombay का ही हूँ. So he ended up becoming a Marathi.
So for people who are auditioning, it's a very tough job. My God, this is possibly the most toughest job in the industry is to become an actor. And once you become an actor, to be an actor and not fall off. I can't imagine a tougher position, tougher thing than wanting to be an actor. And there's so many things I want to say, thinking of what all. Self-awareness for an actor is very important, especially when you're starting out, to see who are you, where are you falling in the realm of things. Are you kidding yourself in some areas? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? How do I come across? I might think I'm looking like this, but how do you come across to other people? How do you look like? So if the sooner they are aware of it, they can start putting their energies in the right kind of roles they can go after, and develop that skills to be shining in that. Everybody starts coming to say, I want to be hero, I want to be heroine, you know, right off the bat. So the idea is to understand who are you, how do you look. The self-awareness, I think, plays a crucial role. Also makes them work on their craft. Number two, everybody goes after looks. Everybody thinks they need to look perfect, they need to get some jobs done on their face or muscles and all this stuff. And for me, this is from my point of view, is that and everybody hitting the gym and working out. Of course, you should do all this stuff, but the biggest thing is to work on the craft. And I think they don't. I think a lot of people don't, because you have to socialize, you have to meet people, you have to meet, you know, and be seen, work on your bodies, but are you working on your craft? And I feel that the focus shift once you do all these things.
Yeah, a lot of people who, I mean, so many people who meet me also, like fresh people. I'm not talking about the people who have already been here, who already have some amount of talent, but fresh people. I go to small town somewhere, showing a film or something, somebody in Lucknow, Allahabad, they'll come and say, sir, मुझे Bombay में actor बनना है, मुझे actor बनना है. What should I do first? My first answer is, acting सीखो. Right? Learn acting. बाकी सब होगा.
Yeah,
you
learn
can't just come
acting
and stand in
and
front of the camera and
it.
become an actor.
I met another actor recently who had come to the office and we were talking, and they said, sir, I'm ready. I've been ready. You know, I've been doing this. I said, okay. Have you done anything? I said, no, I haven't done anything, but I'm ready for it. And I said, how do you know you're ready? What did you do to be ready? So I'm saying technology is so easy these days. You have your phone, shoot stuff, make a film with your friends, make a short film with your friends. Instead of waiting for opportunities, make your own opportunity. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck did not get enough roles. They both took off, went home, wrote a script, shot it, won an Oscar for it, and became superstars. I'm saying you create your own opportunities. So you make your own shorts, put it out there, put it on YouTube. Insta Reels will do you well, but what if you actually think of something instead of waiting for an opportunity? Creating one is another idea that I think. Suddenly you'll see one YouTube short film or something and you'll go, oh, the guy looks good, she's acting very naturally.
Correct.
So these kind of things, quite
I think
a few.
Also for Bhuvan, we saw that one ad. Remember that?
Yeah, for
small
Bhuvan,
little
after
ad.
all these auditions and everything, literally there was this one ad.
Bus ke andar conductor.
Yeah, what is it about? It starts with
15, yeah, the bus and conductor.
Yeah, some 10-12 seconds. So chalo, ho
Yeah.
gaya.
So like you said, your quote outside, passport photo is enough sometimes. For us, having watched so many auditions coming from you and others, like watching it, you pretty much know in 5 seconds how this person is.
You also get the sense, the vibe.
Yeah. So it is that.
Do you also believe in vibe of person as an actor?
Exactly. A lot of times you meet the person, right? Even when you meet the person, sometimes you get a sense that he or she will work, or sometimes you think the audition is good only, but there is nothing wrong you can point out about an audition. Sometimes everything looks correct. Aisa hi hoga. But somehow you feel dissatisfied, and then even if you meet a person, sometimes you might get a sense that maybe that fire or that vibe or that extra little thing, if you're missing it for the role, I'm just saying. I mean, they might be good in some other role.
This is the audition, is it?
Yes.
अरे कोई बात समझ में नहीं आती अनन्या को मेरे को क्या दिखता है
Look at him, how looking.
मैं अपनी शक्ल देखता हूँ आईने में मेरे को लगता है भाई ये लड़की मेरे को मरती है
भाई अमीर लड़कियों को पसंद होते हैं तेरे जैसे आर्टिस्ट टाइप के लोग
अब रे
सही कह रहा हूँ सच्ची कह रहा हूँ और तू तो अच्छा ढोंग करता है ना अमीर होने का और अल्लाह का जिस दिन तेरे को सही में लेके जाना पड़ा ना उसको घुमाने लग जाएगी तेरी
आई तो जलता है उससे पता है ये तेरे को भाव नहीं देती इसलिए और कुछ नहीं है भाभी मान ले खुश रहेगा
अबे तुझे ना ईद के पहले का बकरा बना के रखा है उसने पहले खिलाएगी फिर खाएगी और अगर तेरे को बॉयफ्रेंड मानती ना वो तो अपने दोस्तों से क्यों नहीं मिलाती बोल मिलाया
अबे मिलवा देगी
Most of the times, he of course he did better than this in the film.
No, because here he's stuck to a frame, no?
No,
And also-
Yeah, he has no movement, nothing. He has to.
Yes, also
But
a little
it's-
nervous.
yeah,
also
nervous, you can see nervous
Also
and-
self-tape.
Yeah.
We ask him to please
That
send
is
audition.
self-tape, is it?
Yes.
Nervous energy is there. But yeah, of course, you can still see how good he is.
His face also.
For me, most of the times, actors, even stars or whatever, I feel from director's point of view, what I gauge, like in how I know they are good, is when they're not talking. Like when they're listening to the dialogue, other person's dialogue, before they act. Because 70% of the actors, I feel, are thinking of the next line versus listening to the other actor. You can see it in their eyes.
They're already anticipating thinking.
and just waiting to say, and then you think your next line and saying it versus actually being in the scene.
Yeah, unfortunately, in the auditions, it doesn't make it easy because the other person is not an actor.
Yeah.
खाली उसका girlfriend या brother या sister, somebody is reading the lines.
And they're disinterested.
अरे फिरोज क्या कर रहे
They
हो?
have, and they're always disinterested. मुझे क्यों कर रहा है काम, मैं
Yeah,
नहीं
yeah,
करूँगा.
मुझे नहीं करना है. So they are doing the worst job of reading, but this guy is pretending like they are acting, and then he has to act.
Sincere.
That's why people like Rajkumar Rao and all, na, wherever he is, even if flags are all put and only a close up of the other guy, and there's no space to put the other actor around, he'll still come running to say, I want to say my lines to him.
Yes.
That's the commitment he has as a co-actor, that I want to say my lines because I want him to react well to my lines, not like randomly AD reading it out.
Correct. That is why he's Rajkumar Rao. I think
Correct,
that is why
yeah.
he's one of the greatest actors of this country.
No, yeah, and all these good actors I know, like everybody that we worked with, have absolutely no problem in just standing with the back to the camera with the sole intention of making that person
And
get
acting,
better.
not just saying lines, acting it
Yeah,
out.
they
I
act
think
it
that
out.
also you guys also make them very comfortable. I realize. जो आप सबके साथ you bond well with every actor. You hang out with them. You talk to them. That's also beauty. That's a greatness of your also. I think credit goes to you. Now trust me, I've seen so many actors जो नहीं करते हैं. I think on your set, I've seen everyone is ready. I think they're like a family.
Yeah, and also I think they should be allowed to improv. You figure later in the edit, now if we know edit, we know usually what our edit is. So let them perform, let them interpret these lines better than what they are in the paper. So I think once they have it, they want to do more.
Have you ever had a scenario where, with Shahid or somebody, where we've shot him, and then we've shot the other guy, and this guy's like, yeah, of course I'll give you my lines, and they're wiping out so much better, and some extra improv lines are coming. तो अभी वापस मेरे ऊपर लगाओ, मैं भी ये भी करता हूँ type.
हाँ, ऐसा भी हुआ है.
happened in many movies.
Yeah, it happens like that. Yeah.
कि
So
चले यार ये अच्छा reaction था. Let me do this also. Then
yeah. Some extra lines were spoken now on my back. Now अभी मेरे hand में
Commitment, basically the commitment is nice there in this example. The fact that you want to do more than what is there and I want to go back to my van.
great. Okay, one more show. Last time जो आपका एक नया शो आ रहा है जिसको सब इंतजार कर रहे हैं, Citadel India. उसके बारे में because I know I can talk about it. I've seen little teaser of that you showed me. I can't wait for that show. You want to talk about that show? Very, very, very excited. Great cast. And of course, Samantha, Varun, and Sikandar, and Sakib. There's so many more people.
KK Menon.
KK Menon,
Yet.
man.
Yet again, like our lucky
Yeah,
mascot.
Simran Bagga.
Yeah.
Are you excited for that show? I think.
It is the first time we're collaborating with someone. This is first time we're actually not making it like it's just us. We're actually collaborating with an international team. So it's actually first time we're actually working with somebody on anything, film or series. It's always been just DK and I and Sita or Suman, and that's it. In our own little offices, we write and make it.
Yeah.
This time we're constantly working with the international teams.
They all are excited, and of course, and go hit formula है ना, Raj DK hit formula. They make.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Varun and Samantha. I was like, hit formula कौन है?
नहीं आप दोनों का हिट फॉर्मूला है ना, राज एंड डीके का. हर शो हिट बनाने का क्या फॉर्मूला? अच्छा, टेल मी द फॉर्मूला. गिव सम टिप्स ज्ञान टू अदर राइटर.
The hit formula is that there is no formula. Correct?
No,
Yeah,
with
you have to try to
Citadel
break away
also,
from.
we are kind of going away from our genre also. By the way, we are consciously not doing a series that people might say is it Raj and DK? They say some scenes they'll send us, or some trailer they'll send off another film saying this looks like your kind of film. Maybe this is a little more further away. We went for a proper drama.
Yeah, it's like a proper action drama kind of a genre. So it's a little different from everything we've done now.
Genre wise,
So that's the reason for us also to do various things, right? Is that whatever we do now it should be completely different from what all we have done till now.
True.
And we are holding that true still.
Yeah, I'm excited for Varun's action.
Varun's proper action debut. I'm sure he's done action films in the past, but nothing like this.
Yeah,
This is like a
action avatar
proper
and-
action hero avatar.
And
Sam, you've seen
Samantha's-
her in Family
yeah.
Man, but this is 10 times.
There's like a much wider
much
range.
bigger, more times that. Yeah.
एक्साइटेड वेरी
Yeah.
एक्साइटेड जस्ट टू मोर सवाल जस्ट टू आप हम सब आपके शो लोग बहुत पसंद करते हैं आप कौन सा शो देख रहे हो ओटीटी में
What is the latest good one? Succession is one of my favorites in an
Yeah.
American show.
Succession is good. The Last of Us was good.
Indian show, I
Indian-
really liked Kala Pani.
Yeah, even I like Kalapani. That's one of my favorite shows of
It's
last
written
year.
very well. It's
Yeah,
written
it's a
very
good show.
complicated
Yeah.
and stuff.
वेरी वेरी आई थिंक समीर या
Yeah.
पोशन फिल्म में एडेड
All new actors again. Did you cast for it by chance?
नो आई डिडंट
You
डू
didn't, no? Okay, surprising. Because very well
बट आई टेक द
cast.
क्रेडिट ओके
It was very well cast.
आजकल इतने सारे अच्छे अच्छे शोज जो ओटीटी में आ रहे हैं जो आप अपनी फैमिली के साथ देखते हैं लेकिन मज़ा तब आएगा जब आप घर बैठ के अपनी फैमिली के साथ उन शोज को LG OLED 4K डॉल्बी विजन एटमॉस के साथ देखें जो कि LG का नया टीवी है कम टू अ लास्ट सेगमेंट कॉल अतरंगी यारी
Atrangi
जो
Yari.
आपकी यारी मेरे साथ है और बाकी लोगों के साथ है जो किसी को नहीं पता तो उस यारी के बारे में बात कर लेते हैं
Yeah.
तो लेट आई शो यू सम पिक्चर इसके
अच्छा।
अंदर मैं भी होऊंगा बहुत लोग भी होंगे तो विल देंगे आपकी योर यारी विद
That's the best picture of Shahid ever.
Shahid can be very goofy, right?
Yeah.
He can be very serious, he can be very goofy.
ये यारी फेवरेट मुझे आई थिंक मैं हमेशा लोगों को बोलता हूँ कि जब भी मैं पार्टी में मिलता हूँ ना आप लोगों को आई एम ऑलवेज विद यू आई हैव नोटिस दिस देन आई कीप मेकिंग यू मीट ये है राज डीसी है तुम
Yeah, I know. I usually come to Mukesh and say, Mukesh, I have no idea who, I forgot who they are. And it's like, no. And he introduces everyone.
Yeah.
आई टेक यू एवरीवेयर
We've done so much with Manoj now, so matlab, he's probably spent more. I mean, I don't know about him, but we have spent most of maximum number of shooting days with Manoj only.
यस
Correct?
इन
2 seasons of Family Man, and
या
we keep meeting regularly, and we talk about everything except movies. So that's a good thing, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we don't
I
necessarily
think you
talk.
can call him at 3 a.m. friend. You can call Manoj. He'll pick up your phone at 3 a.m.
3 a.m. we haven't called anyone so far.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Try-
Usually I'm asleep at
DK
that time.
sleeps really soundly through the night.
So I don't think I ever call anybody at 3 a.m. I'm already asleep.
But you can
Unless
call
it's an
me.
emergency, like koi
You can
hospital.
call
I
mein-
me.
know. Basically, Mukesh is saying, why didn't you call me
Why
at 3
not?
a.m.?
Yeah, but call me.
If you call me at 3 a.m., I'll think you're in the hospital. Something happened to you. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
there you go.
There you go. That's
Look,
our buddy.
I can see
The other buddy in the
Our
industry.
buddy, original buddy. Where I went to him and said, I have a film called Stree Kalana. You want to do it? I said, what is it, sir? And I said like 4. I said, I want to do it. That's where we started bonding. Before that, we just knew each other.
Yeah. He has this favorite story to tell that we auditioned him or we considered him for Shor in the City, and we didn't take him.
I had no idea.
We didn't take him. So he jokes about it, saying, "मुझे reject कर दिया family." I mean, Shor in the City.
What's
Yes.
this? This is Rajkumar Rao's wedding.
Basu is looking somewhere else. Madhu.
Lot of iconic directors in this frame, and then there's Raj.
Yeah, it was good fun. I mean, I rarely go to parties. I rarely go to weddings. This is probably my first. One of the very few times I went to a destination wedding. So it was good fun. Farah is hilarious. My
Yes, yeah.
God, I always make sure I sat next to Farah, so it's always fun.
She was here yesterday and I had so much fun. Of course.
I also
Mad
met,
she's
yeah, I
like,
also
I
met
love her.
Anubhav Sinha and Anurag Basu
We
for the first time here.
yeah, can you
right?
believe
And
it?
we
Yeah.
became friends. I mean, obviously, I might have bumped into them in a party or something, but never actually got to know them or spoke.
I got to know Hansel's IT. He's an IT. He also IT background there. Madhu is a good buddy. He's known us, supported us since almost
Yeah,
the
from
beginning.
our
Before we made
initial-
our
from the
first.
Shor in the City days and before, Madhu's been a friend to us. And
No, he is a very.
He's been a rock solid friend to us for a long time. Now he can be a 3 a.m. guy if you want.
Yeah.
yeah, Madhu could be.
Yes. Great. Now see, now you know.
There you go.
Best friend. Your
See,
यारी.
this is a good looking picture. Finally.
Finally, yeah.
All of us were like, ah.
So last one तो वे thought कि थोड़ा अच्छा रखना
I
चाहिए
know,
ना
I
तो.
know. Finally, yeah, we at least dressed up,
Fine,
and
we have one decent picture.
cleaned up, and sat for a picture.
आई रियली विश कि आप लोग जब तक 80 साल के हो जाओगे यू शुड रिमेन लाइक दिस एंड कीप मेकिंग ग्रेट फैमिली मैन 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 तक।
No, अरे
और
यार,
बहुत सारी
yeah,
अदर फिल्में
many series,
एंड बहुत सारी मैनी
many
सीरीज
films.
एंड फिल्म्स
Yeah.
और मैं कास्ट करता रहूं व्हेन आई विल बी 70 एंड यू विल बी सेम ऑलमोस्ट सेम विल बी कास्टिंग
And finally, DK will cast you also.
Yeah,
फाइनली वन डे वी कैन
Shahid ka grandfather. 70, what do you want to do?
आई डोंट माइंड
You're not gonna cast him till he's 70.
He said, "No, finally we'll cast him at 70.
तो
na?"
फिर तब तक वेट करना पड़ेगा।
See, my thing is, you have a very important job that you do in Bollywood, right? There are so many actors, struggling actors waiting outside.
He doesn't want you to
उनके पेट पे क्यों मर रहे हो? Why do you want to take up a role that somebody else could play?
I'm very happy as long as I'm casting for you rest of my life. I'm very happy.
No, you're doing a very important job, great job, and it's one of our, like, basically our favorite person to call. And anytime we start a show or a film, say, Mukesh, what do we do? Who do we cast? Where do we go? How does this character look? So, you've been our 3 a.m. friend, except we are asleep at 3 a.m. 3 p.m. friend.
3 p.m. for him.
And
Yeah. If I were awake at 3 p.m., I'll call you. Yeah.
अब बहुत सारे लोग भी पूछना चाह रहे हैं। इन लोगों ने सुबह हमने डाला था सोशल मीडिया पे कि आप दोनों आ रहे हो, तो उनका एक सवाल है कि आप कैसे बैलेंस करते हो न्यू एक्टर और एस्टेब्लिश्ड एक्टर के बीच में कास्टिंग? हाउ डू यू बैलेंस द कास्ट?
see, initially we were always about new actors, especially Shor in the city and all these kind of things. And what we tend to do is that we tend to mix up always, established actors and new actors to mix up so that it gives space to a lot of new people to come in, while an established actor is also making the film viable for a budget. But so there's a good balance between both sets of actors. So yeah, we always love for fresh faces, and that's what you help us with.
One more person asking, will you ever make a show with completely newcomers and launch so many newcomers like Manoj Bajpayee and Shahid Kapoor and all?
You'll have to be very young actors, no? Right? By the time if we're launching and making a new set of with new actors, they'll have to be young actors, right? They
Yes.
won't be Manoj Bajpayee age yet.
And like a new, yeah, of course, any like.
No, I'd love to. It's really about the medium.
Yeah, but like I said, sometimes what happens is that just the nature of the business is when you cast an already proven actor with a track record, you get more visibility, better marketing, better budgets, everything. So even for a new actor, that is the best thing. Like instead of me making a show with 3 newcomers, if I took these 3 newcomers and put in a show with another known actor who the show is already going to be big, it's probably going to benefit these newcomers also even more. In a lot of cases, that's what happens. Like the best thing that could have happened to Bhuvan Arora, I mean, I'm just speaking out of turn here, maybe. Instead of a show starring Bhuvan Arora, for example, him being in Farzi and killing that role has done a lot more for him. So there is merit in that also.
Yeah, that's a very important.
But yeah, I mean, would love to make with all newcomers too. At the end of it, we just have to get the right cast, right people, great talent together. And we have enough stories to write all kinds of movies and shows. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to do one like that for sure, because it'll just be fresh, it'll be new, it'll be like something that's unexpected, exciting. So we must.
Oh, thank you so much, Raj. Thank you so much, DK. Always, thank you as brother. You always supported, and now finally, thank you for this. आपने इतना कुछ किया और आप इतना कुछ करते हैं हमारे लिए, मेरे लिए इतना कुछ करते हैं, तो मुझे लगा कि आप इतना कुछ ज़रूरत पड़ती होगी अब, तो मैं चाह रहा हूँ LG की तरफ से आपको एक बूम बॉक्स देना चाहता हूँ, तो थैंक यू सो
It's a
मच।
pleasure talking to you. First time.
First time,
We're
yeah.
talking in a situation like this when we're only discussing casting अपना show
Casting,
का.
only discussing casting and stress.
Yeah.
More option, thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
This is really fun. But thank you so much. Thank you, bhai.
Pleasure.